Hi everybody. I've decided I'm going to go ahead and start my YouTube videos where I talk about different products and do it the way I do different things. The way I do it might not be the way you do it, or it might not be the way somebody else does it. It's just what works best for me. So one of the first questions was about interfacing that I use. Well, I guess my stitchery. And I use this interfacing, which is a Pellon. Can you see that? A Pellon 950F, and I buy it by the bolt at Joann's, and I get my 50% coupon, and I buy the whole bolt because I use it on every stitchery that I do. It's an iron-on interfacing, so I just cut off a piece that I need and iron it onto the back of the fabric like this before I do my stitchery, and then I will put my stitchery on my light box. And some of you also ask how I trace my patterns. I've had this light box forever. It, I think, came from Joann's years and years ago. I probably have it over 20 years. There's a lot of new ones out that are a lot more expensive, but this works just fine. I put my pattern down, which I don't have a pattern here, but just say I put my pattern in here and then my fabric over the top, and then I turn the light on and I trace, and you can see through with the interfacing on it. It's not hard to see through. I like to put the interfacing on before I trace because it is more stable for drawing on it. Otherwise, sometimes your pen kind of drags. So put the interfacing on first, and I don't pre-wash the fabric. Some of you have asked that. I don't pre-wash any of my fabric, but this is what I do for my stitchery. Interfacing, the light box, and I like to do my stitchery on a lot of polka dots. I know you've noticed I don't do a lot on solid fabrics. I carry a lot of polka dots in my Etsy store from Riley Blake. I love theirs. So you can always find them there. And if you want, I can do fat quarter bundles for you of different prints. Hunka's making faces, sorry. And so I can make fat quarter bundles of all the colors I have if you want. I even have some listed, I think. But I like to do polka dots. It just gives it kind of some texture. Marking pens, these are my favorite. The Micron, the 05. I have all the different sizes, but these are in my Etsy store too, but you can get them other places also, but you know, I prefer you get them from me. So the Micron 05 is a nice tip. It's not too small, not too big for tracing, and then that way when you trace, you cover up your lines and it doesn't show. I also use this Sewline fabric pencil, and I really like the fabric pencils a lot. This one comes with extra ink, and that's what I traced this one with, was the fabric pencil. And there's refills. There's also refills in different colored ink I can order for you. It doesn't have to be the black ink. You can get pink, green, white, depending on the color of fabric that you're going to sew on. I don't do a lot of stitchery on other colored fabrics because it's hard to transfer. You have to use a whole different transfer pen for that. So that's about it for my stitchery. If you have any questions about stitchery, let me know. You can put it up on my Instagram page, and I'll try to answer more questions next time. Thank you.